Hi guys, it's Stock Trader Max here and welcome back to another video where today we are going to be analysing the stock market as well as the Bitcoin market and where it may be heading for the remainder of this week. Before I get started, as always, just a real quick message guys. Anyone who's interested in joining my trading team, this means gaining access to my Telegram group chat where I share my own personal trades with you all. So you can copy every trade that I take on my own personal portfolio. Then go over to my website, dailymarketmovements.com, where I charge a very small joining fee to sign up. But let's get started with today's video. In terms of the economic calendar, we do have some data due today. We have consumer confidence, which will be very interesting. Also, JOLTS, job openings, so that'll be interesting to see. But obviously, it's not really until Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday where the good stuff comes. Where we have tomorrow, we have the ADP non-farm employment change. We have the GDP figures. Thursday, very important as well. We have the core PCE inflation report. We have initial jobless claims plus Chicago PMI. And then, of course, on Friday, we have the non-farm payrolls figure. So very important data due this week. But let's just hop over to the charts now. S&P 500 trading at 5,829, just shy of its all-time high. I still expect this to go up to 6,000, but obviously it's going to be choppy on our way to that figure because we have the US election due next week. And also we have earnings from many of the Mag 7 stocks. I think it's $12 trillion of market cap that report earnings this week, starting off with Google tonight. So lots of important reports coming out, and of course US election next week. So it's going to be choppy, but ultimately I think the market grinds higher like it always tend to do over the past multiple decades. If we just quickly zoom out, we just see this market continue to grind higher and higher and higher. So I don't expect this to be any different here for the S&P 500. So 6,000 is the price that I'm looking at before end of year, but ultimately I think we do end up moving up towards 6,300 going into the middle of next year. Nasdaq 100, very similar to the S&P 500, but again, we still are trading below the all-time high here that we achieved back on the 29th of July. But I think earnings could potentially change this. We saw a great move from Tesla last week, which enabled this market to, or this index to move higher. And obviously, if we can get a good report from Amazon, Google, Apple, and Facebook, then that could potentially be a catalyst that sends this market back into all-time high territory, which I think will happen very, very soon. Finally, guys, let's just look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin breaking out, being the biggest outperformer on the week here, up another 2.35% today. Yesterday, it ended the day up 4.22%. So a big move here in Bitcoin, and we have officially broken out here. We've managed to break above that big barrier of 70,000. We've now created something called a higher high. We've wiped out that white line, which I said was previously very important, and as you can see, we now have that higher high. So this is very encouraging for the Bitcoin price. If we can break above the all-time high that we achieved back on 14th of March, then obviously we will be at a brand new all-time high. My strategy with my trading team has been very, very clear going into the month of October, and it is working exceptionally well, and that is to focus solely on Bitcoin and Bitcoin proxies and not on traditional stocks, stocks like that you may find in the S&P 500, for example, because I do expect them to underperform in the month of October. And although they have actually performed pretty well, they've held up well, and they haven't given into seasonal patterns, they haven't performed anywhere near as well as Bitcoin and Bitcoin proxies. Just want to quickly show you stocks like MicroStrategy, for example. Look at this stock. It's expected to open $268 a share later on today. We have stocks like Mara today starting to catch a bid. Stocks like CleanSpark, for example. These are all stocks that we own over in my trading signal group chat. So make sure you visit my website, dailymarketmovements.com, if you would like to sign up. I charge a very small fee of $27, similar to the price of Netflix, but it could make you guys a lot of money, especially as we work our way into the end of the year. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Thank you very much, and I hope to welcome you all over at dailymarketmovements.com.